Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. I am Brian Rego, and this is On Painting. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is video number 6, and a continuation from last week's video. I asked the viewers to put up the recommendations as to what the next painting and painter will be for the next analysis. So I have in this bowl all of the recommendations. But I, to be fair, am not going to choose. It's going to be a blind selection. I need a third hand to do this. Okay, let's see what we got. We have Belinda Webb, who has asked for a Frank Auerbach landscape. Okay, that was a really good choice. That's what we'll do. I am really excited to delve into Frank Auerbach's painting. Hope I can do it. Clearly, Frank Auerbach is one of the most sophisticated painters of our time. Will someone please get that?
Frank Auerbach is a figurative painter who was born in Germany in 1931. He began his studies at St. Martin's School of Art, where he met his classmate and lifelong friend, Leon Kossoff. Leon Kossoff and Frank Auerbach share very similar sensibilities in their work, I think. Auerbach and Kossoff worked at completing a painting in one session, regardless of the size or magnitude of the work. The buildup of the surface is a result of the many durations that occur until they arrive at the one where they're able to resolve the painting. They do not add to previous durations. They simply start over and build from the ground up. Lucian Freud, a friend of Auerbach's, but also a fellow painter and collector. Freud's approach was different than that of Kossoff's and Auerbach's. He would sort of start in a concentrated way at one spot and sort of spread out from there. And unlike Kossoff and Auerbach, his process is additive, thereby showing the accumulation of many durations.
Hey, I just want to point out that Frank Auerbach, Leon Kossoff, Lucian Freud, and Francis Bacon were a group of painters that hung out together. They'd meet in cafes and talk about ideas about painting and just life in general, who they liked, who they didn't like, etc., etc. And that all fed into that process, that artistic process. You know, they shared in their struggles and in one another's achievements. So it's really important that you find that for yourself. Everybody needs it, myself included, and it's going to help you a lot with your own work and your own process, especially when you get stuck. I get stuck all the time, and I've got my friends that can help me get through that, work through that. Utilize your social media platforms, find other artists that share in your convictions and in your goals, but also find ones that go against them. You need both.
Now let's just take a moment to look at some Frank Auerbach paintings, his landscapes, and see what you can find in these, if there's anything for you here. So this is the painting that I would like to analyze. And just to say, any one of these paintings that we've just seen would have been perfectly fine with me. It's just that for some reason, I think it was his use of color to create chromatic fields of space appealed to me. And I think there's a place for Bernard in these tendencies. A funny thing too that I would like to comment on is the way the space moves in and then back out towards us. And I want to make a connection here back to the Vermeer painting in the previous videos. If you move past the look of the painting and you get more into the function of how the painting behaves and how it appeals to our sensibilities and the way that this space is able to move, that to me is something very special, and how it relates to the Vermeer painting. Remember the alleyway, how it at once recedes in space, but then through our sensibilities, it all of a sudden moves towards us. I think that's pretty amazing. And something very similar is happening here in this painting. So let's just take a look at some major divisions in the painting. And the cool thing about this is as soon as you place something, in terms of location, it does share that place, but then it also moves. And what I mean is that you can't quite pin it down, because a painting like this is constantly moving. Okay. Major divisions. Now, the question is, what is closer to us? The area of red on the right, or the area of blue-green to the left? Most of you will probably say the area to the right, and you would be correct for a moment. But look at how the area to the left, the blue-green, connects to that yellow, which then connects to the grouping of cars, which then moves forward in front of the area of red to the right. You see how that becomes a form. It actually moves out into the space of the viewer, right? There's also a neat little figure there to the bottom left of the painting, which again is not emphatically stated, but it's implied. And again, this is more about the behavior of the paint. Auerbach is concerned with the problems that are encountered in living in a world of paint. So the implications of illusion change, the implications of space changes, creating zones out of color and linking one zone to another. And that is how the form of the image is established.
Thank you for watching today. Make sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And for the next video, make sure to leave your recommendations in the comments below. I'll see you next time.